So today I want to share something about being set apart for God's purpose. Now, one of the things the Bible tells us, in Romans 12:1, which Paul talks about that, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to submit your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Now he goes on to that second verse. It says, and do not conform to the things of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. And I wanted to, make a statement regarding, being set apart is that when you find yourself being set apart, for God's purpose, and you're set apart, you submit your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service, and you're set apart for God's purpose. You're walking in holiness, righteousness, and one of the things you realize is that you do not fit into the world system. You do not fit into the world. For instance, I'll give you an example. If you're a Christian and you're set apart for God's purpose, and you're doing the things of God. Well, if you're in a workspace, and maybe you have people in your coworkers, and they're swearing. They're not Christians. They're swearing, profanity, or talking about sexual immoralities, all kinds of things that is not is not of God, and it's not. Let's say it just says unholy, and one of the things you'll find out that you don't fit in, right? You don't fit into the system. You don't fit into that space. So you find yourself, I guess in a way isolated. You find yourself away. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be light, meaning that you shouldn't still talk to them or shouldn't still hang with them. Or have conversation with them, but you're gonna find yourself being a light in that space. So let's say your friend is swearing, and maybe you don't swear as a Christian, you don't do any of those things. You're gonna find yourself often, being maybe irritated by the swearing or how all those things, or by the things they're saying, and and you will find yourself often maybe correcting with love, or maybe being an example. Maybe your friends are wondering that, oh, I don't see that you swear. I don't think that I don't see you, being like us. There's something different about you, because you're set apart. You're set apart, and you know that your body is the temple of God where the Holy Spirit dwells. So you're not like the world. That's why it says, and do not conform to the things of this world, to the things, do not conform to the do not conform to this world, it says, and do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you know that you're not conforming to the ideology of this world. You're not conforming to the to how this world is run. You know that you are of Christ. You know that you are light. Where there is darkness. And so being set apart for God's purpose is that your life is according to what God has prescribed. Your life is walking with Christ. Your life is an example of what the world should be seeing, as a person who's an ambassador of Christ. So being set apart is a very important thing for a Christian. Is a very important thing for a Christian. I remember when I've been in church for a long time. In terms of being in church as 20 years, being in church, serving in the church. But I was still, dabbling in things of the world. I was still lukewarm. I wasn't set apart. But I now, when I decided to now surrender my life to Christ, which has been some while now, and I give my life to Christ, surrender everything. The friends that you had before, they left. The things you used to desire, you don't desire them anymore. Your life seems different than what it was before, what is of the world. So you're set apart. You are set apart. You consecrated your body. You went through you gone through sanctification, or you went through sanctification, and Holy Spirit has dealt with you. Now you're set apart for God's purpose, for God to use you, right? So it's going to be quite difficult, for you to fit into the world, for you to fit into the system of the world. You're going to find yourself very isolated. You're going to find yourself different. But what it means is that, the crisis formed in you, right? The crisis formed in you. You're becoming like Christ every single day. The world can see. The world can see that you're different. The world can see that this one is a light where there is darkness. So you're gonna go against Satan all the time. The devil's gonna come against you in a sense that you're a light. There's darkness all around the world, but you are a light. So it's not an easy thing, to be a light. It's not an easy thing to be set apart, for God's purpose and all these things, because you're not the world is gonna hate you because they hate Jesus, so they're gonna hate you as well. But I want to encourage you that that is what it means to be a Christian. That is what it means to be set apart for God's purpose. That's what it means to walk like Christ. Jesus says, if anyone's going to come after me, they have to deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow him. So there is a denying of your flesh. There is a denying of those appetites that you used to desire. Now you are set apart for God's purpose. Now your body is a temple of God where the Holy Spirit dwells. Now you're not going to consume the same thing. You're not going to say the same things anymore. You're not going to act the same things anymore. So you're going to find yourself being different from the world, so that when you are in the world space, when you are in a place where it's worldly, when you are in a space where it's not of God, they're going to see you as light, right? They're going to see you as light. Now they begin to wonder, they're going to be wondering what makes you so different. But that's when Christ is now revealed. That's when you now reveal Christ to them. So I just wanted to encourage you to keep walking with Jesus, to keep walking with the Lord. Take care, and God bless you.